All right, amazing. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Nati Pritigun, and I'm part of the Microsoft 365. And my role is actually to help provide guidance and support for partner to build security and compliance solutions. And for this webcast, I would like to deep dive into the SMB pain point and how we're doing at Microsoft to help SMB. And then toward at the end, I will answer all the questions that you guys post, on the forum, and then we'll do live Q&A for everyone. So hopefully it's a helpful discussion that you'll find it useful too. First of all, I just want to recap in terms of what is Microsoft, 365 business, right? We have been promoting this solution in the past, I would say like 1 year now or 2 years now. Essentially, Microsoft 365 business is a solution that have three components that SMB customer really want to explore with us. First is Office 365 that drive email, calendar, and file storage to drive productivity within the office, right? And the second one, really, really important, very timely, and right now too, it comes with advanced security, right? We have added a tons of new value and solution to the Microsoft 365 SMB during the summer, right? We have external threat protection, we have mobile protection, and all the data leakage prevention, and that's really exciting. Now the value had been increasing dramatically while the price point is still the same. And at the end, we also have device management solution, right? Think about Microsoft Intune that provide device management support, right? And it has, a deployment assistance. So there's a lot more value that now customer and partners can utilize this new solution to support the conversation, especially if SMB customer really feel worried about the data breaches or a threat that happens. In fact, in the past few months, I've been talking to a few SMB customer, especially in the healthcare or some of the financial services, like the one that deal with sensitive data. More and more, they just start to realize, man, there's a lot of data breaches new all the time, right? Headline, people talk about it. How can they be how can they be very proactive with their security solution, and how can they help educate their employees become really, really important. That's why our partners can definitely help customers to do just that. Plus, you can think about provide additional functionality of a technology like M365 Business. So that's really exciting things. And think about the price point here a little bit, right? If you have to have your customer buy many non-Microsoft third-party solution, combine all up, it's very costly. And if a customer buy security functionality individually, right, it also very, very costly. But with Microsoft 365 Business, it's a one single integrated solution, right, with one price point here, $20 per user per month. So that's something to keep in mind, because the trend is to not increase number of vendors within the customer environment. The trend is to make sure that we have sufficient number of vendors that provide strong protection to customers, right? One thing to keep in mind as well is when you have many third-party solutions, some customer may have a concern, right? When they move their data, especially with Office 365, right? When you move the data to third-party solution, the more you move the data, the more risk you create. And that's why many customers who are very well-versed in this space appreciate the integrated solution that we provide to customers. And that's why our partners, are really important to understand what is Microsoft 365 Business, what are the top concerns that SMB customer have, and how can help to address it, okay? Last but not least here, I have two things I want to mention before I go to Q&A. Because we know that majority of Microsoft partners are really good at driving productivity conversation, security conversation can be quite new to some of you. And that's why we have two things that we recommend you to do to be able to drive conversation with your SMB customer properly when you drive security discussions, right? First, we recommend you to think about how can you show the value of your security services in SMB by providing security assessment, right, and provide guided experience for customers. And then second one is once customer realize, oh, this is the right solution for me, I want to have partners support me to be very secure while being productive in the organization, right? You have to drive deployments, right? So we have a support program there as well and content. So first of all, we actually have a new security assessment for SMB. So I highly recommend you to go look at this website and then, guide your SMB customer through what are the top concerns that they have. And I do know that majority of SMB customers do not know what risk they would face, right? And they don't know, what are the scenarios that they would need to think about. So in this security assessment, we use a very common language that would be easier for your SMB customer to understand. For example, you can think about, a marketer in the organization, right? Or like a hair barbershop where what are they concerned about their data and how they can run business properly. So you can use this to help your customers. Second one, deployment. We do know that sometimes it can be quite complex to set up everything together, but we have one comprehensive guide available now for you to take advantage. And we are keeping, this content up to date in the past few months as well. So if you, have a lot of deployment project with your customers, we highly recommend you to download this kit to see how can you deploy it effectively based on different environment that your customers have. For example, if your customer moves from on-premise to the cloud, right, we have that scenario here too. Or if your customer move from Office 365 Business Premium to Microsoft 365 Business, right, we have those type of scenario for you to go through and see how can you plan it properly. So that's all I want to say about the Microsoft 365 Business to set the context for us. And then I also want to say that because it's so important to Microsoft and Microsoft partners, right, if you drive Microsoft 365 Business net new seat, right, within FY19 Microsoft fiscal year from July to March, right, you may be able to join us to have the best training experience in Greece. To join us, right, you have to sell net new seat of Microsoft 365 Business for 300 seats. And then you have security offering based on Microsoft 365 Business. And the first 100 partners who submit the application and the proof point on the website below, you can join us a really nice tailored experience. I heard that partners who went to the Greece island with us last year, they love the fact that they get to see our engineering team who built the products. They were excited to see product marketing team who actually create content to help partners, right, drive the right conversation with customer and be able to provide feedback directly and then improve the product in the future. So I highly recommend you to look at this. It's really important and we want you to join us in this journey, okay? Questions from you. All right, let me go through all the questions and I'll leave time at the end to do Q&A. First questions, a really good one. Just to recap here, the question at the high level say that we used to have Azure MFA as part of the standalone SKU, right? As part of the consumption model, but we retired that back in September, and why Microsoft 365 Business doesn't have it. So that's just to recap there, we actually have MFA as part of Microsoft 365 Business. And MFA, if you don't know, is multi-factor authentication. And if you can, if you go to this website, aka.ms/n365bsd, we actually have all the functionality. We have the comparison, the feature description there that you can see, and you can see MFA is there. I do hear, though, that many SMB partners would like us to add conditional access to Microsoft 365 Business. Right now, we haven't had a plan to add it to the SKU yet, but if you have any proof point from your customers, any proof point from your experience, I would personally like to see it. If you can just email me or just add me on LinkedIn and provide me some content and some proof point, we would like to use that to drive it within the engineering team. So I appreciate any feedback right now because we know that security is top of mind. It's really important. Okay. Second questions. Great topic. Love the SMB angle, and that's awesome. And the question here is, what is the single most important thing we can do to help an SMB increasing their protection? I think, in my opinion, there's no one single thing that we can do, right? Because I would say threat is very sophisticated. If I had to recommend one thing for our partners, on what you should do to help your customers, education, right? Think about it. If we have, a sandwich shop, right, that sells sandwich for a living, they might not think about security threat at all, right? How can you make sure that those, innocent organization who might not think about security a lot, how can you help educate them about what are the basic things that the employees should be careful about? For example, in the organization, there will always be that one employee, one person who click on every link, right? And then get the phishing attack, right? Or there will always be that one employee who get the flash drive from their friend, right, and plug into their laptop and virus spread everywhere, right? How can you make sure that those employees are being, trained properly, right? They use the right technology, like, update antivirus on a regular basis, update Windows on a regular basis, or, use a solution like, advanced threat protection as part of Office 365 to help protect all the phishing, attack or zero-day attack. So that would be, my top advice for a partner. And in particular, before you even go discuss with your customers, it's always good to look at what are the trends of specific industry you're looking at. For example, recently I see a lot of lawyer and legal firms, even though they are very small, but they are very powerful, right? Because we have a lot of sensitive data for their clients, right? And some of them, believe it or not, actually contain European data, right? And once that happens, right, they may be impacted by the data privacy regulation like GDPR, right? So you have to know your customer base really well. Think about your top 5 customers and understand what the common pain point that they may face, and then drive the right discussion to help support them will be really critical, okay? Next question. Why is conditional access not included? Great question. Right now we are, just to give you a little bit of insight what's going on at Microsoft. I would say like 6 months ago, we realized that security is also top of mind for many SMB organizations. So we did a survey with all of you, actually. We sent a survey to all the SMB security partners worldwide, right? And the result we got was, I think, the top 4 or 5 functionalities of the security solution that include things like Office ATP, data loss prevention, and other things, AIP, for example. Conditional access was not part of the top list. That's why we made a decision to add, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 security solutions to the business SKU without the conditional access. And, past summer, we add everything to you and to your customers. And then we now see a series of comment that you want to have conditional access. So I have to say that we are in the mode of researching of what is the impact to our customer. Is that a top need for SMB customer or not? So that's why I highly encourage all of you to provide comment more about why it's important, what type of customers you think they would like to have conditional access, and what is the minimum bar, because we have different tier of conditional access that we would like to learn from you, actually, right? And we're always listening. We want to make sure that we provide the right content to engineering team and help you, okay? Second question there is, Where is the detailed service description for Microsoft 365 Business? Well, here you go. This is the link for you on the right-hand side. You can go to aka.ms/M365BSD. Once you go there, you will see the description that I showed you earlier, plus the comparison of the functionality and things that you think you should know before you talk to your customers. Okay? Next, great topic about this. Great, that's awesome to know. The ask here is there are three things. First, can we add Windows Defender protection, right? Remove advanced feature. Good feedback, right? But again, if you think it's super important, just email us. I do think we had the basic Windows Defender already there, but let's just tell me more what you want to see on top of what we already have. Second one, conditional access. I already mentioned about that, so I won't repeat it, but feel free to give us data point, comment, describe to your customers who are the one who need this and who are the one who not need this. It's important for my team to understand that. And at the end, clarify security functionality difference between Office 365 Business Premium, Microsoft 365 Business, and Microsoft 365 Enterprise. That is a good comment. One thing I haven't told you guys is we actually have a great partner site called Microsoft.com/Microsoft-365/partners/business. This is the website for all things Microsoft 365 Business for partners, right? And we have content to help you train your employees, right? And we also have a lot of great assets to help you do marketing really well. We also have content and asset to help you pitch to your customer and at the end deploy services. So to the last point there, we do have a comparison document on the site. So you can go there, click it, and then you can see what are the functionality differences between each SKU. And I just have a quick screenshot here, just for example, that we actually do have something for you to see. So I recommend you to go there. If we miss anything, if you feel like you want something else, something more, please do reach out. Please provide comment, because we are, in the listening mode, and we really want to help you, help your customer using this solution plus your services. Okay. Last questions